So I'm not exactly sure how happy with me she is about this, but basically this is my wife's Christmas present that's just about to go up for sale. So we're going to do a little walk around of it as normal, and we'll see how much trouble I get in later on. So she's a lovely 1979 cr125. So I bought this for her for a few reasons. One, and she's not going to like me about this either, it's her birth year. So I thought that was quite romantic of me, getting her a nice bike that was made the same year that she was born. But unfortunately, when it's turned up, it's a little bit too tall for her. Maybe like 1.5 foot too tall, something like that. I think someone's changed the rear shocks. And I think these rear shocks are longer than they should have been. I haven't researched it, so I can't say that for definite, but that's what I think has happened. And obviously it's got a 23-inch wheel on the front as well, which some of you would change for a 21, I know, but if you're wanting to keep it stock as like a show bike or something concourse, collector's item, it's still got the original 23-inch rim. And the rim on the right hand side is absolutely immaculate. It just needs a bit of a clean up. On the left hand side, it has got a bit of a ding in it, but I know that is something that someone would be able to get out with a little bit of work. The rim on the back has got a little chip in it there, but it's other than the tyre wear on the actual edge, it's generally in good condition. And the bike itself, I mean, one of the things I love about it, and some of you will hate it, is the wear marks on the tank. That is from someone's leg. As they've been riding it, they've ridden it that much, they've worn the paint away on both sides. There's a few other little bits of marks on there, but nothing major. And I just love that. I just think it's fantastic. It's even got original Honda sticker when starting, do not operate the throttle. Things like that you just don't see anymore, really. And then it's got some other lovely bits and pieces, like this lovely DG head. The kickstart's been chattering against it, but that's something that you can resolve. Or if it were me, I'd keep some of those wear marks because they add to the patina of the bike, I think. Another nice feature of the bike is it's got DG fork internals. Now, I don't know if you can see that. So they're the DG fork internals. Now, what the fork internals are exactly different to stock, I don't know. But it's a nice bit of trick equipment on this bike. So I was going to put some new grips on it. However, I noticed that the throttle tube is shattered, so I haven't bothered doing that, just because you've got to change the throttle tube anyway. There's no point me hiding that with a new grip. It wouldn't be right to do that. I believe these are the original side panels, and the side panel on the other side is good as well. The exhaust, the front pipe looks good. It's got a few little dents here, one here, and then the rear silencer. It looks as though the bike has been down on this side, so the rear silencer I think is bent slightly. So that is going to need straightening, but it is the original Honda part, which is a mega thing to have. The brakes work, the front and back brake works. We have, I'll try and get it so that you can see this. It's so difficult. nice spark there, and the kill switch works. I've had the carb off. All the jets were clear, the choke jet, the main jet and the pilot jet. We've got brand new throttle cable. We've got some gaskets. We have, it's a 125, so it should have 6 gears. So let me just stick my phone up here. So if you've watched any of my videos before, you should know how I do this. So basically, I stick the bike on a stand so that the rear wheel is free to spin. And then we run through the gears. This bike should have 6 gears. So down for 1, and that's in gear. So you can hear as I spin the back wheel, it's turning the engine over. There's no plug in it at the minute, so it's relatively easy to turn. So that's all good. Up for second, so that's 2, third, 4th, 5th, 6th. So that's it, the end of the gearbox. Back down to 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd, back into neutral, back down to 1st, and then neutral again. So the gearbox, the gears are all there. Obviously you don't know exactly how good they are until you ride in the bike, but at least they're all there, and we can prove that. So the next job now is to get us started. So I've messed about with this job quite a while. I like to get it started before actually videoing it, so that's what I'm going to do now. And then once it's run a little bit, I'll video me kicking it up. So to be fair, she did go about 3rd kick, but what I'd forgotten to do was I'd forgotten to check the free play in the throttle. So basically the throttle cable was wound all the way out, so effectively the throttle was open, so it was revving very high. So anyway, I've given it a bit of free play now in the throttle, and I've adjusted the tick over, so let's get her fired up. So I don't know whether you noticed, but there was smoke coming from the front where the exhaust joins the barrel. So that's going to need a little bit of looking at, because it's obviously not sealed right. You never get them sealed right anyway, and they do need to warm up so that everything expands into place. But yeah, that's going to need a little bit of fettling. But other than that, she sounds really nice, really lovely. It's a massive shame Vicky can't ride it, but there you go, someone else is going to get to ride it, and she's going to get to ride a 77 cr125 anyway, so she should be a happy girl. It's just a little bit older than she is, so I hope that goes down all right. Anyway, so this bike's going to be up for sale tonight. I'm going to stick it on for £3,500, or best offer obviously, or it's going to be on an eBay auction. So I'll either take what it makes in the auction, or I'll take the 3.5. But as you can see, stunning bike. Needs a little bit of work, but nothing major. I would say a light restoration. Absolute gorgeous thing.